But how often have you wanted to slow cook and then you want actually a side dish with your slow cook meal, and you can't actually, you have to wash out, you have to slow cook one before you can slow cook another aspect of your meal or another meal. This is a it's a double slow cooker. So it's a 1 1/4 quart double slow cooker. So Susie here has just cooked some pulled pork on one side, and on the other side, what is this?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Yes. So
oh my goodness.
Isn't this such a great idea? So now you can do both kind of the side dish to the meal as well as the main meal.
Yes.
Typically when we slow cook, we have to think of meals that where it's like all in one. There's no side dish, you know. But with this, you're allowed to do both. So you're going to have your main dish in one, your side dish in another, or you can do a dessert bar. You can put dessert in both. You can use it as a buffet if you're having people over. It's great for entertaining. And these are both 1.25 quart in size. So if you're talking about meals, I would say like 1 to 4 people if you're using both.
I would say so too. I mean, you got a lot of pulled pork on there.
Oh, yeah.
You got at least 2 more sandwiches worth for there.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really a lot of that you can really do. So if you're entertaining, this could be a great kind of buffet style to keep everything warm. If you want it, like this looks like soups. So while we go through all of them, I'll also tell you the colors that we have available. So we have either the white stainless, which is what you're seeing right here, or the black stainless, which is what Susie is using right now. The black is going to be a little bit more limited, so keep that in mind. If you're loving this, give us a call, 800-500-7590. So pulled pork and mac and cheese.
Yes, pulled pork and mac and cheese, and we have our 2 soups here, but before I even do that, I want to show you this. So here, they each have their own heating mechanism, so they don't. It's not all in one.
Here, I'll move this out of the way for you,
thank
so
you
they
so
can
much.
zoom in and take a look.
Thank you for that.
Of course.
So they have the low, high, and warm, as well as off, of course. So that means that you can control each one separately. So you don't have to have both of them on at the same time. Right? So it's not like just one that controls both. No. If you just want to cook on one side, you can do that. If you want to use both, you can do that. If you want to do maybe soup on one side but keep biscuits warm on the other, you can do that.
Such a good idea.
You know, so it doesn't always have to be cooking.
Bread.
Absolutely, warm up your bread. If you're having dinner, you can keep your bread warm in here and some dinner's served and maybe dinner's on the other one. But again, when we talk about soups, you can have 2 different soups. You can have, you know, a soup and another side dish if you wanted to do that. You know, and then this, we had a nice, beautiful tortellini
that's a nice looking soup.
I mean, this, we're going to pop right in here. Again, really great sizes, 1.25 quart. And if you wanted to, I mean, this is just extra bonus. These ceramic pots here can actually go into the microwave as well as the oven if you wanted to at 350 degrees. So they are safe enough for that. They are dishwasher safe, so you can pop them in. And that ceramic keeps them nice and hot when you need them hot. This is on warm, that's why I'm able to hold it.
Yep.
But whether it's warm or low or high, it's going to keep nice even heating. So it's going to be that perfect temperature for you.
So you could pop this into the microwave if you needed to. Just remove the lid because there is metal on the lid, so you don't want to put the lid in the microwave.
Yes, not the lid.
But with the actual canister itself, you can easily do that. I love slow cooking because it's like a one pot wonder, and then because it is dishwasher safe, it's such easy cleanup. You don't have to worry about it, especially if you're just going, you know, going to one of the stores. Maybe there's a deli in your neighborhood that makes soup that you can just get by the quart. You bring it home, you pop it in here. You get the smell as if you've been cooking soup all day, but really, you don't have to worry because your slow cooker and your local deli has done the work. Or maybe it is something that you love to do and you want to just throw everything in, because with slow cooking, honestly, there's really, for me, it was when I first started to cook, the way that I first learned, because you really just throw everything in and you're like, okay, I'm gonna let it do its thing.
Yeah.
And you don't have to sit there and baby it, which sometimes you have to do if you're cooking over a stove top or even in a pot, if you were making soup from scratch, something like that.
Well, I'll tell you, and it's also good for like, if you're like, I'm in the mood for whatever, and the other person's in the mood for something else.
Yep.
You know, and that happens all the time with me and my husband. Like, we're almost never on the same. I usually win out because I'm the one that has to cook the thing.
I think that's a fair rule.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
But at least there's options. Sometimes there's options, and this is a great one. And I also did I had some kiddos from my son's little school come over, and for the parents, I did appetizers. So I did a cheese dip, spinach dip in one, and then a nice cheese dip in the other. So there was something for the adults. When you're entertaining, I love having it for that. Great if you're doing Thanksgiving.
I will have to say, I
fajitas.
make fajitas at least once a week. It's
Do you
just
make fajitas once a week?
At least once a week, because it's
Wow.
so easy, and I feel like I get my veggies.
They are good.
And I have a tough time finding other recipes where I just love the veggies in it, but fajitas, I love, I adore them. I do mostly
I do love
shrimp
the peppers.
fajitas.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I do love a shrimp fajita.
I had them last night. They're so good, but this is such even an easier way than what I do, because you can just place your protein in one side, your onions and peppers in the other. It's so easy.
Look at how that is so quick and easy. And again, if you were to do it in a traditional slow cooker, you would have the chicken and the peppers all in one, which is fine, but then you can't really regulate because the peppers cook down so much. Right. So the peppers and onions kind of get lost if you put them all together. With here, you can keep the integrity of the peppers and onions because they're all by themselves, separate. They're not getting kind of reduced down in with the chicken. So it keeps everything nice and beautiful. And again,
and maybe you want to do vegetarian fajitas, and then you
That's
put
true.
queso dip
That's
on
true.
the other side.
Absolutely.
You can have
You
an
can do
amazing
that.
queso dip.
Okay, now we're gonna, speaking of dips. Okay, hang on.
Dessert.
Oh, I surprised you with the
Susan,
dessert.
you know,
I surprised you
have
with
such a sweet tooth. I am just like, where's the dessert? Oh, it's here.
Wait, would you want to scoop out the dessert
would
while I
love
scoop out the
to.
appetizer?
I would
so I've
love
got
to.
my spinach artichoke dip here in one, and then my cherry cobbler in another. Again, it doesn't have to be savory meals. It can be sweet, and it can be both.
Blueberries.
You can do the dip. Again, I love this for the people over, or if you're kind of one of those like, I like the idea of an appetizer before my dinner, but that's a lot of work, right?
Oh my goodness.
Now you can do an appetizer really quickly, pop it in this, do your dessert really quickly.
And I'll tell you, there are so many slow cooker recipes out there. You do not have to worry about getting inspiration.
Right.
You just type in online and you are going to find, oh my goodness, anything you could ever want. We put a little bit of whipped sour whipped
I love
cream
that.
on here. Look how amazing that looks. And all you did was threw in some fruit, some probably cherry pie filling.
Oh yeah,
and you're
that's
good
all
to
that
go.
was.
Oh my gosh, so easy. Such a great way to cook twice. And it's really an easy way to also just impress your guests when they come over, and you can say, oh, go down my buffet line and have my spinach artichoke dip. And yes, really amazing. It's coming home to you for an easy pay of $5.80. So think about how many times you're going to use this. On that easy pay, if you want to just pay out, it's going to be $28.98 for that one.